Now, let's be real. It is so frustrating sitting on the toilet and feeling there is nothing moving. That's precisely what happened to me a few weeks ago. And it brought back memories from my teenage years when going to the bathroom was always a challenge, primarily because of my poor diet. But this time was different. I was eating better and making healthier choices. So why was I still constipated and bloated? Now, if you're a woman over 40 and constipation and bloating has become your new normal, you are not alone. But I want you to stay tuned because today I'm sharing the 5 natural strategies that help me support my digestion and finally get things moving again. Now, you wouldn't want to miss the one simple thing I started doing that didn't cost a cent, but made a big difference. So let's dive in. So I know you hear often about the importance of eating healthy, but it's not just what you eat that matters. It's what your body can break down, absorb, and use that really counts. Because if your digestion is off, your body may not be getting all it needs to heal. Because the vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and fatty acids are the raw materials your cell use to repair tissues, balance hormones, detoxify, fight inflammation, and build neurotransmitters for focus and mood. So get this, if your digestion is sluggish or dysfunctional, even the healthiest food wouldn't deliver their full benefit. So that's why when I was having problems with bloating and constipation, I started to pay more attention to my digestive symptoms and find simple ways to support it. So the first thing I started doing was using better foods before meals. Now, interestingly, I got a better melon from the lady I usually buy my produce from on a weekly basis. This was even before I started intentionally using better foods. Now, when I picked it up, I just wanted to try something new and add variety to my usual order. Now, better melon looks like this. It belongs to the same plant family as cucumbers and squash. So I had seen it before, but I never tried it. But the funny part, when I picked it up, the lady looked at me and said, "You know that better, right?" So I smiled and said, "That's not a problem," and asked her how she usually prepares it. So she mentioned she stir-fry it as a side dish. Now the truth is, I didn't do anything fancy with mine. I actually didn't want to cook it too much, so it will retain its bitterness. So I just steamed it for a few minutes, and that was it. Honestly, trying to make it too palatable kind of defeat the whole purpose of consuming it. So let me just give you a little bit more information about what happens when you eat bitter foods like ginger, bitter melon, eggplant, or arugula before meals. So according to studies, bitter compounds activate taste receptors on your tongue, which sends a signal to your brain and your digestive organs. Basically saying, "Hey, food is coming, get ready." Now, that signal prompts your body to start producing more stomach acid, which is essential for breaking down protein, more bowel, which help digest fats, more digestive enzyme, which helps absorb nutrients properly. But if you're a woman over 40 like me, this is essential because stomach acid and bowel production naturally decline with age. And that's one reason why heavy meals start to feel heavier and bloating or reflux become more common, even when you're eating healthy. So now that you know the importance of bitter foods, I'm hoping you will stop soaking your eggplant in salt water to help reduce the bitterness, or avoiding bitter greens like arugula or mustard green. Including a variety of bitter foods are good, so don't just stick to one. So the next thing I started to work on was slowing down and becoming more present when I'm eating. Now I know it sounds almost too simple, right? Like how can simply slowing down, taking smaller bites, and being more present really make a difference? And because most of us multitask while eating, most might resist this idea, including me. And truthfully, I used to feel more productive eating while working until I realized I was actually rushing through my meals, barely chewing, and not giving my body the chance to digest properly. No, this really matters because digestion actually starts in your mouth. Research shows that chewing each bite at least 30 times can significantly reduce bloating, gas, and indigestion. So let's talk about why. So the more you chew, the more surface area food has for your digestive enzymes to work on. So you're not just breaking down the food physically. You are giving your saliva enzymes time to do their job before the food even reaches your stomach. So I had to make a new rule for myself. Don't complete your meals under 20 minutes. I even set a timer to help me build that habit. And I will be honest with you, I haven't given up multitasking completely, but I do try to be more present when I'm eating. I aim to chew each bite like 20 to 30 times. Now, the funny part is that this does not actually cost you anything to do, but is one of the hardest things to stick to. Yet it can make a world of difference in how your body processes food. So we talked about using better foods before meals and slowing down and being present when we eat. So now let's look at using a small amount of apple cider vinegar before meals. Now, apple cider vinegar has been traditionally used to support digestive health. Apple cider vinegar contains acetic acid, which may help increase stomach acidity. So to try it, you just need 1 to 2 teaspoons of raw unfiltered apple cider vinegar and dilute it in a small glass of water. Use it about 10 to 15 minutes before your main meal. So if you're new to this, I would advise you to start slow and listen to your body, but also avoid this if you know you have a sensitive stomach. So we look at incorporating bitter foods before meals, then slowing down and being present. We added apple cider vinegar before meals. So now let's look at my fourth strategy, proper hydration. Now this plays a crucial role in healthy digestion. Water helps break down food in the stomach, support the smooth movement of food through the digestive tract, and soften stool, promoting regular bowel movement and preventing constipation. The thing about when the body is dehydrated, digestion slows down because the body prioritizes water for vital function, such as maintaining blood pressure, supporting organs, which means the digestive system may not receive enough. But there's always good news. Drinking more water is a simple and affordable way to improve digestion. It really doesn't cost much to implement, but the results are less bloating, regular bowel movement, and better function, which can make a noticeable difference. So, to stay hydrated, try sipping water consistently throughout the day, especially between meals. And a simple way to monitor your hydration is by checking your urine color. A pale yellow usually indicates good hydration, while a dark yellow or amber suggests you need to drink more. Now, a good rule of thumb is to aim to drink about half your body weight in ounces each day. So if you weigh about 160 pounds, try to get around 80 ounces of water in a day. Where possible, use filtered water to avoid unwanted chemicals or contaminants. And don't forget, let's use a pinch of quality salt like sea salt or Himalayan salt in your water once or twice a day. This helps your body absorb the water more effectively and provide key minerals your cells need. So the strategies again: eating better foods before your meal, slowing down and being present, use a small amount of apple cider vinegar, and staying hydrated. Now let's go on to our last point, getting adequate nutrients. So it is essential to ensure your body has the necessary key nutrients to support digestion. Now your digestive system relies on specific building blocks to function correctly because it needs to produce stomach acid and digestive enzymes. So I'm just going to share a few important nutrients to focus on. The first one is zinc. This helps your stomach make acid to break down proteins and absorb minerals properly. The second one is magnesium. This keeps things moving smoothly through your digestive system and support enzyme function. And lastly, the B vitamins, especially B1, B6, and B12. This helps your body turn food into energy and support healthy digestion overall. Now, here's a problem I need you to pay attention to. Things like stress, processed food, gut issues, and even common medication can deplete these nutrients over time, making digestion less efficient. So what you need to pay attention to is start eating more nutrient-rich foods like leafy greens, seeds and nuts, seed food, and eggs, quality meat, and yes, even dark chocolate. But only if it's more than 70% cocoa. Ideally for me, I look for one that does not have any sugar. So supporting my digestion in my 40s meant me going back to the basics and learning to work with my body, not against it. Because once I knew how I felt after meals were directly tied to how well my digestive system was functioning, I began to make small intentional changes that over time made a big difference. Started adding better foods before meals to help stimulate stomach acid and bowel, which are key for breaking down food properly, slowing down and being more present while eating, taking time to actually chew your food thoroughly, And try to reduce multitasking. I know it's hard, but try. Make hydration a priority. I try to sip more water throughout the day and add a little apple cider vinegar before meals to give my digestion an extra boost. Now, these simple shifts help me improve how I feel after eating, and more importantly, help me tune into what my body needed to thrive. That said, I know everybody's body is different. Your tolerance and response to certain foods or habits might not look like mine, and that's okay. And so, what made a difference for me may not have the same impact on you. So, the key is to stay curious, test things gently, and pay attention to how your body responds. But if you are experiencing persistent digestive issues, such as ongoing bloating, reflux, or constipation, it's always a good idea to check in with your functional medical practitioner. They can help you uncover root causes and give you a more personalized plan based on your unique body and history. But what I will say is that your body possesses incredible healing power. Sometimes it just needs the right support to function as it was designed to. So what I'm going to focus on in my next video is how I improve my gut health, because this is one of the most crucial aspects of good digestion. But if you haven't already, be sure to check out my first video in this series. I broke down how to increase body awareness and to start identifying your food triggers.